Joining us now is Wayne LaPierre, CEO and Executive Vice President of the National Rifle Association. And welcome to Newsmax TV, Wayne.
Thanks. It's great to be with you.
Well, we're happy that you're here. We're here at the 140th annual meeting of the NRA. You say that there are 70,000 people who are attending this year. Talk to us about the meeting and what you plan to accomplish.
Well, most of all, it's a celebration of our great American freedom that we all need to go out and defend every day or we'll lose it. At the same time, all the great recreational aspects people engage under this freedom we highlight. We have an exhibit hall that's full of acres of guns and gear and outdoor accessories, and it's American families from all over the country that come together to celebrate this freedom.
Now, you've been a great advocate for the Second Amendment. What do you see as the greatest threats to the Second Amendment today?
Elites and politicians that live with all kinds of security, and yet they want to deny the American public the right to protect themselves. We have 25,000 violent crimes a week in this country. The 911 calls are horrible, and the government's not protecting those people. The government will fail the crime victim tomorrow night. And the only thing those law-abiding people have is the Second Amendment and the right to own a firearm to protect themselves.
How does President Obama compare to other presidents in his defense or protection of the Second Amendment?
Well, before he decided to run for president, President Obama had voted for everything from handgun bans to semi-auto bans. He wanted to eliminate right to carry nationwide. He wanted to raise the excise tax on firearms and ammunition by 500%. That's $350 of federal tax on a $500 rifle. He even voted against people that used their firearms for self-defense in their homes against criminals that had a rap sheet as long as your arm. I think what he's doing right now is, I think it's not a convenient time for a big fight on the Second Amendment, so he's trying to fog the issue through the 2012 election. But if he gets reelected, it's Katie bar the door. He has already, though, while giving lip service to the Second Amendment, put Justice Sotomayor on the Supreme Court, along with Elena Kagan, that'll spend the next 25 years trying to gut this freedom in this country. So this 2012 election could break the back of the Second Amendment if we don't go out and defend freedom and get to the polls.
A number of Americans see President Obama as a radical president and are concerned about what he and his policies are doing to America and the economy. Have you seen an increase in the number of Americans wanting to arm themselves out of fear for what could happen?
Well, I think the American public is not naive. I mean, they know that at the scene of the crime, it's the criminal and the victim. They know despite all the good intentions of police, they always come in later. When seconds matter, the truth is, and police know this, they're minutes away at best. The only time government stops crime is if it's lucky or coincidence. So law-abiding people are bound and determined to protect their right to defend themselves. Everything NRA does is with a wind to its back from the American public, and the momentum has been building for decades to arm law-abiding citizens with firearms. That's the one thing that keeps us safe.
What role do you see the NRA playing in 2012?
I think I see us playing a big role. I mean, the fact is everyone knows the election is going to be decided in these big gun and hunting states. It's going to be decided in West Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, Ohio, Missouri, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Colorado, New Mexico. And the truth is gun owners and hunters control the swing vote in every one of those states. I don't think they're going to let this election be fogged over like they let the last one. My gosh, President Obama leafleted the heartland of the country last time, saying he would always defend the Second Amendment. There was no difference between John McCain and Barack Obama when it came to the Second Amendment. Well, now we have Sotomayor and Elena Kagan on the Supreme Court, and one more nomination could tip this vote the other way and destroy this freedom in this country.
You're very concerned.
I'm very concerned. We're going to do everything we can to make the difference.
Now, of the potential GOP candidates possibly running for president, whose position on gun rights and gun policies is closest to that of the NRA's?
You know, they're almost all good. So, I mean, I think our role at this time is to give them a forum to state their views to the American public, and we'll let gun owners and Americans kind of take their pick, but we're going to be there after it's all said and done to try to make the difference.
All right, Wayne LaPierre, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.